The secret obsession they're hiding from you, my beloved soul. Stop. This message found you for a reason, and something within your soul already knows it. There is a hidden stirring in your life right now, a quiet shift the universe has been preparing behind the scenes. You may have felt it in moments of stillness, in unanswered questions, in the subtle pull toward something more. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing aligning just for you. What I'm about to reveal isn't random, it's something sacred that has been kept just out of your awareness until now. The energy around you has been whispering truths you weren't ready to hear before, but today, your spirit is open. Today, you are ready. There is something deeper connected to your path, something unseen, something powerful, something that explains the emotions you couldn't quite name. And at the center of it all lies the secret obsession they're hiding from you, a truth that has quietly influenced your journey more than you realize. This isn't about fear, this is about clarity. The universe is not exposing this to disturb you, but to free you. To help you understand your worth, your direction, and the divine protection surrounding you even when things felt uncertain. You are not here by accident. You are guided here because your soul is ready to see beyond illusions and step into your true path with confidence and peace. Stay with this message until the end, because what unfolds next may bring you the clarity you've been searching for. If this resonates with your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and watch this complete video, because the universe still has more to reveal to you. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. They think no one sees it, but I do. I have watched in silence, in patience, in a knowing that stretches far beyond what your eyes can perceive. You move through your days believing that what is hidden remains hidden, that the quiet corners of your heart are untouched by light. But nothing escapes me. Not the whispers you silence before they reach your lips, not the desires you bury beneath duty, not the quiet ache that returns to you in the stillness of the night. There is an obsession, one they have kept veiled, even from themselves at times. It does not always appear as something grand or obvious. It disguises itself in small habits, in repeated thoughts, in the way their attention drifts when no one is watching. It is subtle, yet persistent. It calls to them in moments of weakness and in moments of longing. And though they try to ignore it, it remains, waiting, growing, shaping their path in ways they do not fully understand. You have sensed it, haven't you? There have been moments when something felt off, when their words did not fully align with their energy, when their presence carried a weight you could not explain. You questioned it, but then you dismissed it, telling yourself you were imagining things. But that feeling, that quiet nudge, it was not imagination. It was awareness. It was the part of you that listens beyond the surface. I planted that awareness within you. Because you are not meant to walk blindly through this world. You are meant to perceive, to discern, to feel the deeper currents beneath what is shown. And now, you are being called to understand what lies beneath this hidden obsession, not to judge, not to condemn, but to see clearly. What they hide is not always darkness, but it is something unresolved. It is a longing they have not faced. A fear they have not released. A desire they do not fully understand. And because it remains unspoken, it grows in the shadows. They carry it quietly. Sometimes it appears as distraction. Sometimes as distance. Sometimes as intensity that comes and goes without explanation. You may have noticed how their focus shifts, how their energy changes, how they seem present one moment and distant the next. This is not random. It is the pull of that hidden place within them. But listen carefully. This message is not only about them. It is also about you. Because what you notice in others often reflects something within your own journey. Not in the same form, not in the same expression, but in meaning. There is a reason you were drawn to this message. There is a reason your attention paused here, as if something unseen gently guided you to these words. You, too, carry things unspoken. You, too, have places within your heart that you have not fully explored. Thoughts you set aside. Feelings you postpone. Truths you sense but hesitate to face. And just like them, these hidden parts influence you more than you realize. This is not a flaw. This is part of being human. But now, you are being invited to go deeper. Do not turn away from what feels mysterious. Do not rush to label it or escape it. Sit with it. Observe it. Let it reveal itself slowly, like a veil being lifted one layer at a time. Because within that hidden space, whether it belongs to you or to them, there is something waiting to be understood. Something waiting to be healed. Something waiting to be transformed. The obsession they hide, it holds power only because it is hidden. The moment light touches it, its hold begins to change. Not disappear instantly, not vanish without effort, but shift. Soften. Become something that can be shaped rather than something that controls. This is the nature of truth. It does not destroy, it reveals. And revelation is what you are stepping into now. You may feel a mix of curiosity and unease as you read this. That is natural. Mystery often stirs both wonder and discomfort. But do not be afraid. You are not being shown this to create fear, you are being shown this to awaken clarity. Because clarity is freedom. And freedom begins with seeing things as they are, not as they appear. So I ask you, what have you been sensing but not fully acknowledging? What patterns have you noticed but chosen to overlook? What emotions rise within you when you think of them, — emotions that seem to come from somewhere deeper than logic? Do not rush your answers. Let them come gently. There is wisdom in your stillness. There is truth in your awareness. And there is guidance in the quiet voice within you that does not shout, but simply knows. As you continue forward, you will begin to see more clearly, not only the hidden aspects of others, but the hidden aspects of yourself. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. A moment where perception sharpens, where illusions begin to fade, where what was once uncertain becomes undeniable. And when that moment comes, you will understand why this message found you. You will understand what this secret obsession truly represents. And you will realize that nothing was ever truly hidden, only waiting for you to be ready to see it. Stay present. Stay aware. There is more unfolding than you can yet perceive, and this is only the beginning. The beginning is always quiet, so quiet that many overlook it. You may expect revelation to arrive like thunder, loud and undeniable, shaking everything around you. But my way is often different. I arrive in the stillness, in the pause between your thoughts, in the subtle shift of your awareness. And now that you have stepped into this moment, you are beginning to notice what was always there, waiting for your attention, waiting for your readiness. This hidden obsession, it is not accidental. It was not formed in a single moment, nor did it appear without cause. It has roots, deep ones, woven into experiences, memories, and emotions that were never fully resolved. What you see on the surface is only a reflection of something much older, something that has been quietly shaping their choices, their reactions, and even their connection with you. You may wonder why it matters to you. Why should something hidden within another person reach into your awareness like this? Why should it stir something within your spirit, as though it is calling you to pay attention? The answer is not simple, but it is clear. You are connected through awareness, through energy, through moments that were never random. Nothing you feel is without purpose. And what you are sensing now is part of a greater unfolding. There is a pattern you have begun to recognize, even if you cannot yet fully explain it. A repetition in behavior. A cycle in emotion. A subtle inconsistency that keeps returning, like a quiet echo. This is how hidden things reveal themselves, not all at once, but in fragments, in glimpses, in small truths that gradually form a larger picture. Do not ignore these fragments. Each one carries meaning. Each one is a piece of a truth that is slowly being placed before you. And as you begin to gather these pieces, you will notice something important. The obsession they carry is not only about desire or attachment, it is about avoidance. Yes, avoidance. There is something they do not wish to face directly. Something that feels too heavy, too uncertain, or too revealing. And instead of confronting it, they have allowed it to transform into something else, something that occupies their mind, something that gives them a sense of control, something that distracts them from what lies beneath. This is the nature of hidden struggles. They rarely appear in their true form. Instead, they disguise themselves as habits, as fixations, as repeated thoughts that seem harmless on the surface. But beneath that surface, there is a deeper truth waiting to be acknowledged. And until it is, the pattern continues. You have seen this, even if you did not have the words for it before. You have felt the shift in their energy, the moments when they seem pulled away, even while standing beside you. The times when their attention is divided, when their presence feels incomplete. This is not because they wish to distance themselves from you, but because they are caught between what they show and what they hide. And that tension, it creates distance. Not always physical distance, but emotional distance. A subtle space that grows when something remains unspoken. And you, being sensitive to these shifts, have felt that space even when no words were exchanged. This is your awareness awakening. Do not doubt it. But also, do not let it lead you into confusion. Because here is what you must understand: you are not responsible for what they hide. You are not meant to carry the weight of their unspoken struggles. Your role is not to fix, to chase, or to force clarity where it has not yet been offered. Your role is to see, to understand, and to choose your path with wisdom. This is where your power lies. Not in uncovering every hidden detail, but in recognizing what aligns with your truth and what does not. In noticing how something affects your peace, your energy, your sense of self. Because while their hidden obsession may belong to them, its impact touches you, and that is where your awareness becomes your guide. You may feel a desire to know everything, to uncover the full truth, to bring it into the open, to finally understand what has been concealed. This desire is natural. But be careful not to let curiosity turn into restlessness. Not all truths are revealed through force. Some require patience. Some require timing. And some are revealed not through answers, but through clarity of feeling. Pay attention to how you feel. That is where truth begins to speak. If something creates unease, there is a reason. If something feels inconsistent, there is a reason. If something draws your attention again and again, there is a reason. These reasons may not be fully visible yet, but they are real. And as you continue to remain present, to observe without rushing, you will begin to see more clearly than you ever have before. But there is something deeper still. Something you must not overlook. The hidden obsession you are being shown is not only a challenge, it is also an invitation. An invitation for growth. An invitation for awareness. An invitation for transformation. Because in witnessing this pattern, you are also being asked to reflect on your own life. Not in comparison, but in understanding. Where do you hold on to things that remain unspoken? Where do you distract yourself instead of facing something directly? Where do you allow something to linger in the background instead of bringing it into the light? These questions are not meant to burden you. They are meant to free you. Because the moment you begin to face what is within you, you break the cycle that keeps things hidden. You step into clarity. You step into truth. And in doing so, you become less affected by what others carry in silence. This is how balance is restored. Not by changing others, but by understanding yourself. And as you continue on this path, something remarkable begins to happen. The mystery that once felt confusing begins to feel revealing. The uncertainty that once felt heavy begins to feel purposeful. You start to see connections where there once seemed to be only questions. This is the unfolding. This is the moment where awareness turns into wisdom. You are not being left in darkness. You are being guided through it. Step by step. Layer by layer. Until what once felt hidden becomes clear, not because it was forced into the open, but because you became ready to see it. And when you reach that point, you will notice a shift within yourself. A calmness. A certainty. A quiet strength that does not need validation or explanation. You will no longer feel the need to chase answers, because you will understand what truly matters. You will no longer feel unsettled by what is hidden, because you will recognize that your clarity does not depend on another person's revelation. This is freedom. True freedom. The kind that comes not from knowing everything, but from knowing yourself. And as you stand in that awareness, you will begin to see the hidden obsession for what it truly is, not something to fear, not something to control, but something that simply exists until it is faced. Whether they choose to face it, that is their journey. But your journey is here. In this moment. In this awareness. In this quiet, powerful understanding that is growing within you even now. Do not rush it. Do not question its timing. Everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. And there is still more that will be revealed. There is always more beneath the surface than what the eyes can see. Even now, as you continue reading, something within you is shifting. It may be subtle, so gentle that you almost miss it, but it is real. A deepening awareness. A quiet recognition. A sense that what once felt unclear is beginning to take shape in a new way. This is not coincidence. This is alignment with truth, unfolding at the exact pace your spirit can hold. The hidden obsession you have been sensing, it is reaching a turning point. No pattern can remain concealed forever. No cycle can continue endlessly without revealing its nature. There comes a moment when what is hidden begins to press against the surface, when what is avoided begins to demand acknowledgement. That moment is approaching, closer than you think. But understand this clearly. Revelation does not always arrive in dramatic ways. Sometimes it comes through small changes. A shift in behavior. A moment of honesty that was not there before. A pause where there was once distraction. or even a silence that speaks louder than words. You must remain attentive, not to control the outcome, but to recognize the truth when it appears. Because it will appear. And when it does, you will feel it instantly. There will be no confusion in that moment. No second guessing. No need to search for meaning. You will simply know. The same inner awareness that guided you here will confirm it, quietly but firmly. This is why you have been prepared, not through force, but through understanding. You are being made ready for clarity. Not the kind of clarity that depends on explanations or confessions, but the kind that exists within you regardless of what is said or left unsaid. This is a deeper clarity, one that cannot be shaken by uncertainty because it is rooted in awareness rather than assumption. Hold on to that. Because as the truth begins to unfold, there may be moments that test your balance. Moments where emotions rise unexpectedly. Moments where you are tempted to react rather than observe. This is where your strength will be needed, not to suppress what you feel, but to remain grounded within it. Feel, but do not lose yourself. Observe, but do not become consumed. Understand, but do not carry what is not yours. This is the balance you are learning now. The hidden obsession they carry has influenced more than just their inner world, it has affected the space between you. The connection, the communication, the energy that flows in subtle ways. And as it begins to reveal itself, that space will change. It cannot remain the same. Truth always reshapes what it touches. Sometimes it brings people closer, creating a foundation of honesty that was not possible before. And sometimes it creates distance, clearing what was built on uncertainty. Neither outcome is wrong. Neither outcome is a loss when it leads to alignment with what is real. Trust this process. Even if it feels unfamiliar. Even if it challenges what you expected. Because what is unfolding is not against you, it is for your clarity, your growth, your alignment with what truly belongs in your life. There is something else you must understand. Not all obsessions are born from weakness. Some are born from unexpressed passion. From suppressed truth. From a part of the self that was never given space to exist openly. And when that happens, it does not disappear, it finds another way to exist, often in ways that become hidden or misunderstood. This is where compassion becomes important. Not to excuse what is hidden, but to understand its origin. When you see beyond the surface, you begin to realize that what appears confusing or distant is often rooted in something deeper, something human. And this understanding allows you to respond with awareness rather than reaction. But remember, compassion does not mean sacrifice. You are not meant to lose your clarity in order to understand someone else's struggle. You are not meant to ignore your own needs, your own truth, your own sense of peace. Balance is not found in choosing one over the other, it is found in holding both awareness and self-respect at the same time. This is your path now. A path of seeing clearly, feeling deeply, and choosing wisely. As the hidden becomes visible, you will be given choices. Not always obvious ones, not always easy ones, but meaningful ones. Choices about how you respond, how you move forward, what you accept, and what you release. Do not rush these choices. Let them come from clarity, not from pressure. Because the decisions you make in this space will shape what comes next. Not just in this connection, but in your own journey forward. Every moment of awareness you gain becomes a foundation for something stronger, something more aligned, something more true. And you are ready for that. Even if part of you still feels uncertain. Even if questions still linger. Readiness does not mean having all the answers. It means being willing to face what is revealed without turning away. It means standing in truth, even when it asks you to grow beyond what feels familiar. You are already doing this. That is why you are here. That is why these words resonate with something deeper than thought. Because this is not just a message, it is a reflection of a shift already happening within you. The hidden obsession, once mysterious and unclear, is no longer something distant. It is becoming understood, not in every detail, but in essence. And that essence is enough to guide you, enough to ground you, enough to help you move forward with awareness. You do not need to uncover everything. You only need to see what is true. And what is true will continue to reveal itself, step by step, moment by moment, in ways that align with your readiness to receive it. So remain present. Remain open. Remain steady within yourself. There is no need to force what is unfolding. No need to chase clarity or demand answers. What is meant to be seen will be seen. What is meant to be understood will become clear. And what is not aligned will naturally fall away, without struggle, without confusion. This is the quiet power of truth. It does not rush. It does not argue. It simply reveals, and in revealing, it transforms everything. As you move forward from this moment, carry this awareness with you. Not as a burden, but as a light. A steady, guiding presence within you that helps you navigate what is seen and unseen alike. Because you are no longer unaware. You are no longer guessing. You are beginning to see. And once you truly see, you cannot return to what was hidden before. This is your awakening to clarity. This is your step into deeper understanding. And this is where the mystery ends, and truth begins. Nothing more needs to be hidden now. Nothing more needs to remain in shadow. What was concealed has served its purpose. What is revealed will guide what comes next. And you are exactly where you are meant to be. Aim.